All
Alright,
the
so
world
we'll
holds
go ahead and get
dear
started. Alright, so two things.
is but a...
Not this though. Bug time. Yeah, like this title of this event was so long, I legit thought I was gonna run out of letters for the like pretty much title of this video. Like that's why afterwards I put ETC down instead of domains or commissions or whatever, because Ito's whole thing took all the letters because he's going to be extra with everything he does. And by the way, like I said before, and I'll say it again, I guarantee you within 4, if not 5 more events from now, it's probably going to start Ito again. It happens all the time. I don't know what it is with him. Alright. So I'm not even going to do the commissions because as I'm doing the event, I'll get the commissions done. And besides, my commissions are so quote-unquote fun. We got loading capacity here, like I haven't done this one already. Touring light snow, which is pretty much every other time. And then this mushroom thing. I don't like hitting mushrooms the entire time. I don't like jumping on them. And let's put it, they're all close together too. You know what? If I'm gonna go for artifacts, I'm gonna go for this one. I'm doing this for 2 people. Because normally I'd go for the other one. But this one is gonna be for Nahida. This is also gonna be for the new Sen Yun. Collaborator nerds call that. Now, this is if I get the character. There's no guarantee. Again, I'm on the 50-50 thing, so. Now, if I do get the character,
Sounds good to me.
then that would be a major plus. And then I can probably give her a massive boost by switching her weapon for, I think, either Shower or Candace's weapon. It just depends on what she buffs as I'm leveling her up. There was something else I wanted to say. And what's up, Saturday? I see the comments on my phone. It won't load up on the right side of my screen, but I'm looking at my phone.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Stop right there! Hands where I can...
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
One with nature.
Drop your weapons! Justice will prevail!
Let the show...
There is no escape!
You asked for it!
Alright, I gotta do this 3 more times. And I'm hoping I get a good artifact. If it's category 3, and it's elemental mastery for some part of Nahida, then I'm not gonna switch it. Nope. And this is a Sands. I don't know about this one. I'll think about it. Recently I was learning how to play as Julia in Tekken 6. Yeah, I noticed you sent a picture earlier, on Discord. I would say the only game I would say I'm decent with her in is probably Tekken Tag 2, where she's JC. That's the one I'm most decent with her in.
Final warning!
Shine down!
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
They'll protect us.
The wind knows me.
Hands where I can see them!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
What the? Oh, for a second I thought my character got Thanos snapped just now. I was just like she just disappeared, let it glitch or something.
You asked for it.
Let the show.
Wind Strider.
Yeah, if you're talking about the shot, like pyro on pyro, like I do that because, well, when I shoot with her, because the weapon I have, she gains energy.
Stop right there.
See? I do that 4 times, I'm about to get her burst. So as long as I'm doing that, I can get right in Shogun's buff with her burst. This one actually might come in handy. This just needs nothing but mastery or yeah, nothing but mastery. I don't know about this one though. This one's decent, so I like it. They missed him. Wait, it did? I didn't even notice it missed him.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Into the wind.
Final warning. Justice will prevail.
Ha! Ha! Shine down!
One with nature.
Torn to oblivion!
Drop your weapons. Hands where I can.
Into the wind.
Oh, I'll protect us. Right?
Final warning.
It takes a while getting used to playing Tekken. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time. Especially we haven't played as a character in a long time. Now me personally, I don't pick too many characters in Tekken. Some people I just don't really like, and some I just neglected to use, even though I do like them. Wow, I got. Hold on, this actually might be a good one. Nope. Looks like I spoke too soon again. Locking that one instantly. I hate the fact this is health based. Now I need to get that set twice. Oh, well, due to Lynette and Farazan using that. Yeah, thinking like I'm gonna look through my characters again to see who needs what. I don't want everybody having the swirl set. But so as you notice, hold on. I done got to set so many times, so like ones just can't get rid of that. These kind of litter this particular artifact set. Like there are more of those than any other thing.
There is no escape!
As one with wind and cloud.
Stop right there. Justice will
Shine down!
The wind knows me.
drop your weapons.
Ha! Inazuma shines eternal!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. One with nature.
Hands where I can see them. Stop right there.
Torn to oblivion!
Alright. Now that I've got these, I'm gonna pretty much take out what I don't need for a different set. They give me a lot of like questionable ones like this one. It's like, I say questionable because it's like attack I want and then we have the 3 flat stats. Hold on. Okay, never mind, it's just defense. For a sec I thought it was gonna be something like animal damage bonus or something. They like to do that sometimes, where the 4 stars is better than the 5 stars at times. Alright. Again, like I said, I'm going to switch these for... I don't know what's set yet. Oh, yeah, and by the way, when I was here in Liwa, I accidentally triggered the first cutscene. I think it was like 2-3 days ago. Because I was not trying to do any of the story until, well, today, but, you know, the game thought it'd be funny, like, setting them right next, like, to this thing over here. Where I usually go to craft my stuff, since it's the closest thing. Actually, this one. I might need a better one for Chi-Chi, actually. 3, 4, 5, 6. Physical. Okay. Hydra, that's even better. I actually got 3 good ones. Wow. That's actually impressive. So what if I said I don't need? Oh, no, I'm keeping all these actually. This one too. So I'll think of somebody to give this to. It has good defense. So I know most Geo characters use that. I'll use newest region to craft stuff. Get used to region's layout for stuff. Oh, okay. Wait, what's the event at? Okay. That shouldn't be too far. Oh, what's her name? If I had Furina, I'd just walk on the water over there. What the heck am I doing? Because right sugar, I have Kazuha.
Into the wind.
For some reason, he just neglects to jump. Just ignore that one. It's like he'll do a skill, but he won't do an actual jump.
There is no escape.
That was off the first one.
Drop your weapons.
Illusion shattered.
You asked for it. Final warning.
See here, I just give my teapot since for this crafting much. And speaking of teapots, I have yet to see what the Fontaine one looks like. I bought it, but I never went over there.
I see it now. A hard shell, a whole bunch of legs, looks like a born warrior. The crab is the Onikabuto of the sea! Throw one of these bad boys in the ring and your Onikabuto will have to seriously up its game.
That's right, Oni King. Technically, the crab belongs to a different species, but it has all the qualities of the perfect warrior beetle. Pitting Onikabuto against crabs during their training is a surefire way to rapidly improve their strength.
Then it's time for Crimson Staff and Ironclad Beetle King to train harder than ever before. No rest until they flipped every crab in the area onto its back.
Not gonna lie, it threw me off seeing her in this event. Normally, for events like this, I would see Ito and Cookie, and I expect Xiangling to be here too.
And once they're done, we'll just need to stoop down and scoop them up. No more chasing crabs all over the beach. La 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 la. Looks like Xiangling and Guoba are part of the gang now. Huh? Traveler, Paimon! Fancy meeting you here! Are you guys out for a walk or something?
This is the final one. That's to do every fall.
Hey Xiangling! Hey Guoba!
Oh, yeah, they talk about.
We were going to gorge ourselves at One Mean Restaurant, but then we ran into Yanfei and Shinobu, who told us you were closed for a few days. So we figured we'd come find you guys and see if you needed any help. Aw, you guys. Thanks for being such loyal customers. It's so kind of you to help. With Mr. Ito and the Grandmaster helping me for the last couple of days, we've actually got most of the things we need now. All that's left for us to get are some fresh crabs. And Crimson Staff and Ironclad Beetle King will be able to round them up for us in no time. If everything goes to plan. Uh-oh. I may have spoken too soon.
I actually forgot this was an enemy. No disrespect to him, but I haven't seen any of these in quite some time.
It's a geobishop hatchling! Woodchucker! Hanakata, watch out!
Hold on, stay calm. I'll assess the situation. Hard shell? Check. Legs? Not too many. But it more than makes up for that with the whole rolling thing. Yeah, looks like a mean fighter. This is what you want to train your Oni Kabuto against.
That's the Geosonic. I wouldn't disrespect it if I saw him more often.
How right you are, Oni King. With a training partner like this, an Oni Kabuto is sure to reach the apex of its abilities.
Well, so it's literally like asking, like, when was the last time you saw a Geovichev hatchling in Spiral Abyss? You probably say like 2-3 years ago. Like, you haven't seen that thing in forever.
Are they serious right now? Wait, I think I recognize that thing. It's always rolling around on a nearby island. It's made quite a reputation for itself as far as Guyun Geovishops go. People have taken to calling it Crystal Tornado. It's because if you ever set foot on its little island, then it whooshes over and gives you a nasty whack on the head. It's really
He said if it
aggressive.
stays that way. Yeah, they are overpowered. Like they could be annoying, especially if they gang up on you.
How did you come to learn that?
Like, the bigger ones are actually easier to beat than the small ones because the small ones run away a lot and teleport, while as the big ones, well, they're a bigger target, you can knock it down easier. But then sometimes they infuse themselves with certain elements and you can take advantage of that doing elemental reactions.
Oni King, allow me to send in the troops. I shall monitor the battle from a safe distance to assess our enemy's prowess. Go, Ironclad Beetle King! Test your challenger to its limits!
You see, even the enemy's confused. Like, what's it going to do fighting a bug like that?
Ironclad Beetle King!
One thing we just about to happen. Two, this man literally stepped on sand and the thing freaking got knocked out.
One hit and it's all over? I don't believe it. That's not possible. Okay, listen up, Grandmaster. The glorified pet rock is clearly tougher than it looks. Time to show it what we're really made of. From what I've seen, our opponent has a lot of brute force, but no finesse. Lugging all that weight around is a recipe for crude and clumsy attacks. And if you don't land the hit, it ain't worth squat. Luckily for us, our Oni Kabuto have a little thing called agility on their side.
Wasn't so agile just now.
Go, Crimson Staff! Dodge the limbs and tail, wait for an opening, and aim for the... belly.
Oni King, shall I send in some more Oni Kabuto, or...
I will... what?
Wait, what's Guoba doing? No! Wait, the bishop can understand Guoba? Huh, he just up and left. So, to answer your question from a moment ago, Paimon, I found out about Crystal Tornado's aggressive tendencies the last time we came to gather crabs in Guyunstone Forest. Tornado gave Golba a big old bash on the head the moment he saw him.
Oh, he's just on that energy, huh? And let me see here. My sins of chicken butt, since cockroaches have buttons, don't show element moves. Yeah, because this event has happened in the past. What involved in this event? Well, I do this event for the Primo Gems. Because I literally have, what, like, maybe 10 or so days for the next banner to come up. Because, again, Claritin is going to be in Phase 1. And so is Gaming. So I'm going to try to get both of them. And after doing a lot of math, if everything goes according to plan, I should, when the banner comes out, I should be able to have it go gold. It's not guaranteed it's going to be her, though, because I'm on 50-50.
But then Tornado fell unconscious, and apparently wasn't seen for weeks afterwards. I guess he's finally recovered from his injuries.
Man, what a cool guy. I mean, I figured he was a pretty epic dude just from the look of him, but I've never seen someone just stare an enemy into submission like that. There's only one possible conclusion. This is a warrior with strength, the likes of which I've never seen before.
I must say, I concur. I don't know how, but Guoba-san simply commanded that hard-shelled beast to stand down and retreat at once.
Well, that's what again.
Come to think of it, he seems like a pro at catching crabs, too. Guoba-san clearly has some sort of power that lets him bend the minds of shelled organisms to his will. Ah, that's it! The truth has been hiding in plain sight all this time. Guoba-san is a virtuoso beetle battler. With his skills, he can direct an Oni Kabuto's each and every move.
Huh? Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes total sense. These are the kind of brainwaves that make you the Arataki gang's greatest ally. You see, if we can get Guoba-san to teach us the art of shelled organism mind control, we'll be unstoppable. The entire beetle fighting world will be our oyster.
Can we stop discussing what special powers Guoba may or may not have? We have to get these crabs back before too long or they'll go bad. And then this whole trip will have been a waste. Right! Get a move on, Ballchucker! Shinobu's waiting for you! Also, we want to eat?
No, you want to eat. So every event was you.
When did we get 2 new people? Oh, compadre! If it isn't the Oni King's right hand. Oh, and of course, the flying lavender... sorry. Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Wait. Oh, man. Don't tell me you saw me lose that beetle fight just now. Oh, so humiliating.
You know, the first one actually makes me sound like a jerk. He's talking about having seal for them losing. I was going to the second version.
Come on! There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Oni Kabuto don't stand a chance against the Geovishap hatchling. Next time, just give it a couple of whacks with your club.
But that would defeat the whole purpose. Let me explain. Now, it's no secret that you've kicked a fair share of butt in your time. And from what I hear, that includes some of the biggest, most powerful, and meanest butt around. So how'd you do it, huh? Were you born stronger than your most fearsome foe? No! Do you rock up to every fight believing that your odds of winning are 100%? Of course not. You start with an impossible goal, defeating the unbeatable enemy. And then you do whatever you gotta do to achieve it. Because even you can't know how much potential you have until you push yourself past your limits. That's how you make yourself not just stronger, but stronger than you ever imagined you could be.
You know, he's kind of right.
Flee the fight once, you'll probably flee the next time. And the time after that. Next thing you know, you're that boring little twerp who never had the guts to put himself out there. Because when you flee the fight, all you're really running away from is the person you could have become.
This man just described all of Xenoverse doing that.
What's gotten into Bullchucker? He actually said something that made sense. For once, Paimon has nothing to argue back. You hear that? Boba's getting hungry. Crystal Tornado's gone now anyway, and your Oni Kabuto won't be ready to fight again anytime soon.
Yeah, I went with all the difficulty and last one got cooked twice.
So,
well, let's see my luck.
Are you just gonna stand here gawking, or...?
Chef Sama makes a good point. We are still far from being worthy enough to seek the tutelage of the mighty sensei, Guoba-san. I have heard tell of a great contest of fine warriors that was once held in this place. We stand on hallowed ground, and the very air we breathe is abuzz with the might of great duelists. I say we set up a ring here and now. I shall summon the mightiest beetle battlers of Liyue, and as iron sharpens iron, we will hone our skills and training with them. Then and only then will we be ready to seek the guidance of Guoba-san. Once we have learned his ways, we will track down that shelled beast and do battle against it once more.
Paimon's got a feeling about this, but not actually sure if it's a good one or a bad one.
Oh, I'm with you, Grandmaster. Yeah, you're saying the time has come to unveil the plan. This is the moment. It's time for the long-awaited Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp.
That's right! There's no time to lose, Oni King. Let's set up the arena.
Jesus Christ.
Hey! We weren't done talking to you yet! Ugh, unbelievable. Look at them. Not a care in the world. What did they say it was called again? The Arataki something something? Anyway, some sort of beetle fighting tournament, right? I think Hanakato might have mentioned it before. If I wasn't so busy with work at the restaurant, I'd love to take Guoba along and watch. But right now, the top priority is dealing with all these fresh crabs. Come on, let's head back. Shinobu was saying the Arataki gang came to Liyue for her classmates' reunion, right? Won't throwing an impromptu beetle fighting competition interfere with their plans?
Let's see here. I'm not gonna spoil on this person. I got beaten the breakout twice. I tried doing a no damage run on Beetle on the difficulty. I'm only doing that for one game right now. I already said it before. It's DMC3. It's on the very last mission because the whole mission is literally just that one boss fight. And I'm so close to doing it each and every time, but just mess up because sometimes it throws more than one attack at you.
Well, not much we can do about it except to head back to Wanmin and tell Shinobu.
You're talking about the not paying attention one? I saw that one. I just didn't know what it was you meant by that.
Drop your weapons.
Oh, I'm not about to walk 1,000 meters. I thought it was going to be walking distance. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here real quick. But before I do that,
Stop right there.
alright. Now I got my, I dang near have my burst back now. Everything you described as was Xenoverse 2. Oh, that. It was just Ito's whole speech about testing yourself by giving yourself an impossible task so you can break through your limits. And if you run away from those particular like challenges, then you're gonna pretty much feel comfortable with the idea of running.
Guoba, Shangling, Traveler, and Paimon. Wait, where are the other two? Let me guess. Ito and Hanakato are up to their usual antics. We'll fill you in shortly. First, I need to get all these pristine ingredients safely stored away. The Mistflower Corollas won't keep the crabs cool for much longer. Plus, the Traveler and Paimon are valued customers.
You know the story of Giant and Naked and Cheese.
I'll get cooking. Then we can catch up while we eat.
Yeah, he must have accidentally went to my channel and saw one of those videos. It's very unfortunate.
Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp? That doesn't bode well. It won't be long before things get out of hand.
It's Ito. That's to be expected with him pretty much doing that. There are a bunch of cheeses to employ the
We're
crew to have the
guests
boss
here,
challenge
which
themselves.
means
No, they
we're
don't.
supposed to be on our best behavior.
A lot of
Leave them to
people
I'll put a stop to it.
Well, a lot of people with that particular community, based on the tactics they do, they want to find the easiest possible way out. Something that will bail them out of every situation. That's why you see in player matches, they'll have stuff like the God Super Soul, which has yet to be fixed, which I'm hoping that is the case. We have ranked people playing easy characters like Hitawoken, Broly. You have people with like Dragon Burn spam. There's a petrifying spit. Like that nonsense.
I don't know. I think it could be
Endless
fun.
matches is just about the
Anyway,
same as
don't
player
stress.
matches, which is one-on-one
Beetle fighting
with
sounds like a
some of
great
those
event
stuff.
idea.
And then I'm not even going to say Hero Coliseum because I haven't been around long enough in that particular scene to even give you a particular like rundown on it. If I did give you a rundown on it, like based on what I fought, it was pretty much just Piccolo and Android 16. That was pretty much every fight.
According to the Comprehensive Compendium of Liyue Law, we just need to notify the relevant office of the Ministry of Civil Affairs, and they'll issue a permit pretty much right away.
Of course, that's when Dragon Ball complete. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You never know. Maybe you'll make some new friends with this event. Then you'll have even more people to hang out with when you next come to Liyue.
I honestly feel like Dragon Burn and Absolute Zero should both be 3 stamina bars. Now, even though I would encourage 3-bar margins because they just can't live without it, it would make it more fair because people use Dragon Burn instead of Fake Blast because of, like you just can't get near them at all, so it's pretty much like you're both back in neutral unless of course you're doing something like an ultimate.
Yeah, and you can bring them all to Wanmin Restaurant for your meals.
Wait, first the event, and now you're already planning our next trip? Given the Arataki gang's financial situation...
Oh, come on. You gotta learn to cut loose more. You came all this way. You should be focused on catching up with old friends, making some new ones, and just generally hanging out and doing lots of fun stuff.
Now we switch to easy mode. Yeah. That's again, like a lot of people don't want to actually train or put in work or anything.
For Ito's thing while I'm there. All right, I'll handle that while you guys head back to Ito and help get the venue set up. I'll join you later and bring the permit with me.
Because
Yanfei is in a good mood today.
Because again, with me, I tried
persuading to help out with the event.
because when I'm fighting people in ranked or play match, I try not to spam. So like the only time I do spam is if I'm either A, fighting a giant in Namekian because you have to use certain moves to fight him, or B, doing Crystal Raid because they're armored and you can't fight them straight up because that's just stupid.
Well,
So like, you have to drain them down by using pretty much like just strong key blasts like bending, Kamehameha, and Death Slash and stuff.
She's also on vacation at the moment, and her old friend Shinobu's in town. That's definitely put her in the mood to have some fun.
Well, I've missed my chance to discuss the issue of our funds. Guess I've got no choice but to deal with Boss directly now. Traveler, Paimon, thanks for all your help so far. I promise I'll make it up to you the next time we meet.
You mean you don't need us to come with you? Well, if Ito's serious about defeating that Geovishap hatchling with Oni Kabuto, Paimon's kinda curious to see how everything goes down.
Now that you mention it, didn't you help Boss out a lot at the last one of these? The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl?
I think I remember typing that like a while ago, and I thought to myself that was also a long title. So Ito has just like these long title events for some reason.
Played a few matches, but it was actually super fun.
Either way, it sounds like you understand Boss's perspective far better
Speaking
than I
of
do,
that,
so maybe you'll be able to help me talk some sense
for an
into it.
artwork.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Yeah, I'm working on like at least with those like the boss artworks. I'm working on Aruka. There's one that's gonna have 2 people, Shadow and Carnage, and then the other one's gonna be Epsilon. But Epsilon's won't be done until I get the prequel story done, which again I'll probably make like either a 1 or 2-parter. It doesn't need to be too long. Like there's not much to the story.
Sure, or, maybe
There's a Valentine's Day artwork. The Valentine's Day ones, I wanted to do drawings of, I guess, like couples, like based on like the characters and everything in the relationships.
We've already beaten our expected turnover for this month, and it'll still be a while before Dad gets back with the rest of
I
the new
pretty much
stuff.
have all of them
So
but
we
like one
should be
done.
able to take it easy for a
Those won't be
while.
posted on Discord until that day.
After that, we should be back to business as usual. Things won't be anywhere near as busy as they've been the last few days. That means we should have time to go and watch Mr. Ito's beetle fighting event.
Actually, hold on. That reminds me. Let me buff these artifacts. I'm gonna buff each of them to 4, if I have enough artifacts for it. Okay, we're off to a brilliant start with crit damage. Now, if I had What's-Her-Face, if I had Kokomi, that would be a horrible start. Fortunately, that's not exactly what I'm going for. Because I don't have other characters. Attack flat. I don't know about this one. Maybe. Crit damage. Again, this one needs to be nothing but mastery. Okay, we're off to a good start. Wow, this is actually it's gonna be the first time in a long while where I'm actually getting the good stuff. This one needs to be attack percentage. Recharge is good too. Okay. I'll buff it more later. I'm pretty sure I can teleport here. Yeah, well, I see that icon. Normally for those you can teleport there. Another artwork for Sunku and Envy doing love emote.
Alright, boss. Fun time in Liyue is over. Let's head home.
Shinobu, I can explain.
No, you can't. Our funds have run out. We've spent too long here. After buying our tickets for the boat home, the gang fund is down to double digits. How can we possibly afford to hold a tournament? Yenfei-senpai very kindly offered to handle the legalities, otherwise you wouldn't even have a permit. Are you expecting her to foot the bill as well? Put a stop to this now, before things get out of control.
I'm taking a screenshot right now, in case, I forget. Well, I took a screenshot of like the comment section right now.
But you don't understand. We have a situation here. Normally, I'm happy to do things your way, but the Arataki gang's 2 top Onikabuto warriors just lost to some pet rock. Look, we have a whole arena set up and everything. If we back out now, we'll be the laughingstock of the entire beetle fighting world.
You've lost plenty of beetle fights before. Even I can beat you, and I'm not even a serious player. Why are you so bothered about losing to some bishop hatchling?
Like she just described if a casual would beat a tryhard in any game.
Oh, Shinobu! That was a low blow. Anyway, that's ancient history. I'm on a whole different level now. There isn't a single beetle fighter out there who can touch me. I'm serious about beating that pet rock. Don't think I've got what it takes? And try me.
Gladly. You want to do this the hard way? We'll do it the hard way. Grandmaster Hanakato, get me and Boss a beetle each. Maybe he'll be more amenable to reason after a crushing defeat. If I win, you have to come back with me. No complaining, and no making any more trouble for Yenfei-senpai.
Shinobu! Oni King!
You're really doing this, huh? I didn't think you'd take it this far. Okay, so... Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon, I delegate this challenge to you.
But she challenged you particularly. Why you ducking fights? Didn't you have a whole speech about ducking fights and stuff?
You're making Paimon fight me?
Oh, let me see what comments I missed. Let's say. Okay, I'm all caught up now.
No surprises there. what Bullchecker is really saying is, if you want to fight the Oni King, you have to go through sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon first.
Exactamundo, amigo. Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon is one of the Arataki gang's top Beetle fighters, but even she isn't in the same league as moi. So Shinobu, if you want to duel with the Don, you gotta beat the Milan.
Okay.
Except... Paimon refuses.
What?
Even Paimon knows that you can't just expect other people to pick up your slack all the time. It's not right. So if you're out of Mora, then tough luck. You gotta watch your spending. If Paimon helps you out, that'll just make more trouble for Yamfe, and then Shinobu will owe her a favor.
Okay, true. You make a fair point. But it's all good. I have a backup plan for situations like this. If we really are out of funds, then, I'll find a job. I'll work nights, do beetle fighting during the day, pay any expenses out of my own pocket. It'll work. The Grandmaster has helped me find a few good gigs before. As long as it's physical work and the pay is good, I'll take it.
Now you're talking. See, that's the kind of attitude Paimon can get behind.
I can't believe you guys. Your plan is all well and good, and I do hope you try not to be a burden on other people. But you still need to beat me first. I know what Boss is trying to do. He's making me fight Paimon first to use up my Oni Kabuto stamina. Well, good luck with that. Even with a disadvantage, I'm still not gonna make this easy for you.
I went. I had a... Okay, that one's a block. Okay. Okay.
I lost. I can't believe it.
That was so tense. Shinobu nearly got the better of Paimon there.
Hey, hey! Hey! Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon destroys Shinobu on the first attempt! Ooh! You really are natural at this, aren't you?
You know, Ito literally reminds me of that person in Breakers or Xenoverse, where they do little to contribute to the team, yet they brag about how they whip the team.
As agreed, we now have Shinobu's official support to host the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp.
I haven't battled in ages. Guess I'm out of practice. I'll have to move to Plan B. Try to keep costs to a minimum, and make sure Yenfei-senpai doesn't end up doing everything for us. I'm gonna hold you to your word, boss. Fund this event yourself by working nights. Battle beetles all you want during the day. And one other thing. Our boat tickets home were booked well in advance. I can amend the date, but only by a few days. So, keep this event to maybe 4 or 5 other people tops, or you'll run out of time, okay? Don't want you getting carried away.
Got it. Sure, promise. Cross my heart and hope to die. Shinobu, you've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I'll head down to the harbor and see about changing the tickets. I'm warning you, you'd better not go spending all our Mora while I'm gone.
Okay, so we've only got 5 battles to get in shape enough for Guoba-san. Then we gotta master what he teaches us, then take down that cocky pet rock.
You win the costume.
Shinobu is asking us to do the impossible here. But this is the kind of hardcore challenge I live for.
Don't worry, Oni King. I'll find people
Hold on,
to
let me
join
switch
us in
Kyle
our
real quick.
great training endeavor. So long as there are worthy beetle battlers to be found, I'll be sure to sense their
Here's my
presence
little
and bring
survivor.
them over to our camp. We haven't been in
Let's
Liyue
say
for
a lot
long,
of people.
but I'm certain
Well,
that
it's like
this
people
vast
talk
land
about
is
Swiftovich,
filled with
but
mighty
those same people have
warriors.
not been in his shoes, trying to
We'll
actually
have no
fight
trouble finding
7
even
people.
one of these each day.
Especially, I say, season 2 Swiftovich, he was straight garbage then. Man had everybody picked 17, including myself. Like he had to get 4 civilians. There was no knockback meter, so it was a nightmare for him. On top of that, I think his key blast sucked afterwards.
Now, as for for the esteemed Oni King's right hand and honorable sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon.
We've done our part. We saved your butts by getting Shinobu to agree to this. Paimon saw the look of sheer terror on your faces. You're clearly no match for her.
Oh, of course. I will, leave it to me. I'll come up with something. You'll get your reward, don't you worry.
They might say, like, playing against Popovich is incredibly tough. Yeah, so, it is possible to still do runs as just Popovich, but it's a tall order, especially with all the stuff people have now.
In the meantime, if the Oni King's right hand and sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon don't have other plans, then prepare to watch history in the making. Because in a few short days, I, the bona fide Beetle Battle King, will raise my game to new heights, win the respect of Wobasan, and become a living legend! Booyah!
Cool. Yeah, we'll be watching. So, no pressure or anything, but if you mess this up and everyone completely wipes the floor with you, we'll see the whole thing.
Like they were evils when they touch the forward button to distract it. Wait, hold on, what? So 2 tiles, I guess. No, I think I've already. No, I know all this. The only thing that was new, I think, was the blocking thing, wasn't it? Oh, okay, that's all the other commissions. That's actually a good thing, since I don't have to do any of Sumeru's crap right now. Because for Sumeru, I have that place as my commission place because there is a particular 1, if not 2, like reputation quest stuff that I need to do from there, and I'm pretty sure they both give you Primo Gems, but they won't trigger the commissions. They keep giving me the same ones, like bouncing on a mushroom or, you know, touring light snow, I think it's called, isn't it? Yeah, touring light shell is what I meant to say. You get the point, honestly. Like, but yeah, you chase down that blue thing. You know what's funny? That thing's already happened. I think 3, if not 4 consecutive days now.
Astra.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Sumeru's commission quests are easy but boring. To me, the most boring one is watering that guy's plant. That and probably remembering that one guy's medicine, because he never thinks to write it down or whatever. It's just you gotta do everything for him. Alright, how many projects can I get out of this? Okay. Okay, so that's 400, I think? That's 400, I think, if I get all 5. That's actually pretty good. Then I gotta wait, I say 10 days, 9 hours. Yeah, pretty much around I think around 8 or pretty much around 9 days or 10 days the next band's gonna be out. And that is when I can capitalize on Spiral's Abyss, I can capitalize on a new place, get a lot of treasures, and I can get whatever character they give me. I'm hoping it's Cloud Retainer. If it's not, then that's to be expected, because that usually happens when I'm trying to get particular characters. So let's see here, I gotta go one at a time. There's no numbers in the head. Still have time? Yeah.
Hello all, I am Iron Tongue Tien, here with an official signboard for the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp. It also doubles as your permit to run the event.
Wait. Carrie, who are you trying to get? Are you trying to get somebody from this banner, or are you trying to get somebody from the next one? Because again, the next one for Phase 1 is going to be Gaming. It's going to be Cloud Retainer and it's gonna be Nahida. It's like phase 2 is gonna be Shao and Yamiko, and I can guarantee you nobody's gonna be pulling for Shao. Everybody's already, like, he gets sandwiched in with other characters who are way more overpowered than he is. And like the only thing overpowered about him that I can think of is the fact that, you know, he can literally plunge and do no damage to himself no matter how far he is. Basically means that if he were to plunge from space to Earth, he loses no health. I feel like you're gonna get a bad gamble. How far are you in the polls?
Whoa! Is this supposed to be Bullchucker and Crimson Staff? It's so over the top.
Like, just make sure to keep track of your polls, because again, me as I said, I already did the math and everything, and as long as I don't spend, in fact, it's not even so much about spending any of the resin. It's just as long as I log in and get the stuff, then I should be able to do the 10 pull when the banner comes out on, I think, Tuesday, because that's usually when they put the next banner out. Unfortunately, I don't have to make a lot of space because Genshin is now my extended store since it took up too much space on my PlayStation.
Oh,
Ryan Sugar and Nahida.
sweet! Sadly, it's not my own original artwork, but check out that design! And that line work!
But yeah, Raiden Shogun, you have about 8 days to get her. So again, as long as you're pretty much doing the achievements, you're doing the teapot. Oh, and speaking of the teapot, that's actually what I forgot to do. I need to build Raiden Shogun stuff so I can get the Prima Gems from over there. So I'm going to add that to my list of stuff too. But yeah, as long as you're doing that, as long as you're doing a couple other stuff, you should be fine. Again, I don't know how far you are into the polls. Like, you would have to check your history to see how far you are.
It's so cool! It's epic! It captures exactly how awesome I look as a pro Beetle fighter in the heat of battle!
As for Nahida being in the next banner, you'll have a slight advantage. Because again, when the game undergoes maintenance, and then you log in, that's when you get 600 gems. So you'll have a couple of wishes then. And then on top of that, they're going to have a new place, so you can find more treasures and stuff and do more world quests to get them.
Dude! Wait, not that. How do they usually address strangers in this part of the world?
Maybe Esquire?
Ah, that's the one. TN Esquire, your artwork is incredible. Words cannot express the Arataki gang's gratitude.
You can drop the Esquire, Don Arataki. Also, I'm no artist, just a storyteller.
Well, let me see here. Once I got to 2, my second strongest team will be complete. Oh, okay, sweet. Well, so like me, I already have pretty much both of them, so that's why I'm going for Cloud Retainer. I'm not going for Nahida because I don't need to do that. I'm not going for Shao because he's already at C1, which is on accident. Yamiko I tried to pull for in the past, it went gold and it was Jean, which is a warning. Because that was when I was, I think I was saving for Yolanda at that point. The game made me lose 50-50 to told me to stop wishing. That's why they did that.
This promotional artwork was done by a young lady at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Yenfei looks out for her a lot, so when she heard about your event, she offered to contribute some artwork.
Oh, so this is Yenfei's doing. Man, she really thought of everything.
Which includes another life festival for the 10th time. Yeah, people talk about that like the Lantern Rite, and 3 people getting new outfits, which unfortunately for me this means one of 2 things. It's like they might have Sing Show free. I'm hoping to God not. But I know for a fact that his outfit will be, since he's a 4-star character. Everybody's been calling him Furina because of how closely his new outfit resembles hers.
Young Grandmaster Hanakado here tells me that your boot camp is an ambitious training program that could shape the future of Beetle fighting.
Get banner. Yeah, he's talking about yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no Beetle fighter myself, but I've heard a lot about it and have always wanted to try it out for myself. Who knows, it might just give me the inspiration for a great new story to tell in the neighborhood.
Now, if it's a character that is I'm trying to think. If there's a leeway thing that gives you a free 5-star, I would have to really think about it as to who I would want to get a constellation for, since most leeway characters I already have. I just need to think about what constellations I do.
Beetle fighting is something you have to have a natural affinity for.
You care about Sing Show's new
Sky
suit?
cleaving white iron lavender.
To be honest, yeah, I didn't care for it either,
She
but
battled with
a new
great
outfit's a new
prowess on her
outfit.
first time after only a short demonstration. Once Tien Esquire has grasped the basics of beetle fighting and understands the appeal, we might get a lot of free publicity from his
Test runs,
storytelling.
yeah, test runs as well. You'll get an additional 40 gems doing that, because you can try out her and Nahida.
Dude, that'd be awesome. All right, Squirt. Squat. Yeah, Squire. Squire. May the best man win.
Okay, friendly spar, focus fight, most fight. We'll do focus fight first. I don't normally do easiest difficulty stuff. Oh, okay, so he's still alive then. That was it. I wasn't even for that. Oh, how's that? This man got obliterated.
Ah, wonderful. I can see that the Arataki gang has transformed beetle fighting into a fiercely competitive high-adrenaline sport.
Yeah, that's
yes, there are the rudiments of a fine tale here, to be told time and again.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's unblockable, but they give you enough time to dodge it. So because in case you've been using your stuff, they still give you enough time to utilize your stamina and get away from it.
Great dueling with you, Tien Esquire. The pleasure was all right.
The phrase is, the pleasure is all mine, Oni King.
Details, schmeetails. Point is, thank you for supporting our boot camp.
I extend my gratitude to you too, Don Arataki. I intend to stay here and watch a while longer to further enrich my writing. Please, pay no regard. Just pretend I'm not here.
Man, I've never fought against someone so cultured before. My mind's buzzing from all those fancy words. What's that buzzy feeling called again? Oh yeah, learning. Looks like the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp is getting off to a good start.
I never heard somebody so stoked from learning before, but to each his own, I guess. Let me face him off again. Oh yeah, no, I also had the challenge words afterwards. Oh shoot. Oh, we're good. Oh, that's that. Hey, Puma gems. Oh, this stuff. I might need these actually. And that's surprisingly today. Oh yeah, because it's Sunday. I guess she's next.
Onikabuto are our friends, like cats and doggies.
Another kid? Oh, didn't we go through this last time?
Well, yeah, but Grandmaster Hanakado's a kid too. And one of the other kids from last time was actually pretty good, so age is no measure of a beetle fighter's skill.
Although, Buttercup of Terror has no prior beetle battling experience, her chosen Onikabuto has the air of a formidable warrior.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. My Onikabuto was a present from Daddy. He got it from a new friend he made last time he was away.
Oh, your father sounds like a real stand-up guy. Okay, let's send out Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon for this one. We don't want any accusations of bullying flying around.
Huh! You make it sound like Paimon's the weakest choice on our side! Still, Paimon's probably the safest choice. But only because you two maniacs are a danger to yourselves and others when you're in a competitive mood. Don't be nervous, young lady. It's only a game, so it's just for fun.
Yeah, by the way, I'm done with my Jose profile. Yeah, I saw the first half. I didn't get to read the second. Okay, so he goes for the shots, just block it. Okay. He got that person guy's behind warps. I think it got perfected actually.
Whew! Paimon nearly messed that up.
Oh, I nearly died of a heart attack. That little beastie is fierce. Even I would have had a hard time. How'd you get so freaking good at this without a teacher? Is everyone in Liyue a born warrior or something?
So, this is how Onikabuto play together? I get it now! Do you have time to play some more? And I also want to watch you guys play, too. Looks like Buttercup of Terror has a real knack for this. Oh, kinda terrifying. Hey, Bullchucker, if you had this kind of talent, you could probably have learned how to communicate with shelled creatures just by listening to Goba talk to Crystal Tornado.
Ha! Yeah, I wish.
Alright, let's go back to this match. Alright, let's see what this Beetle can do in this difficulty. Okay, so 2, okay. Okay, that's 2 down. 3 more to go.
Hey there, I'm back. So then, how's the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp coming along?
Great timing, Yanfei.
My savior! Oh, thanks for helping out with the permit. Oh, and for the sign with the epic artwork. Wait, I know that look. Are you, looking to flip some Beetle too?
Huh? Something wrong with that? I have a big client who does a lot of cross-border commerce. Anyway, she showered me with gifts once after I helped her win a huge lawsuit. And among them was a very special Onikabuto.
I didn't know how to look after it at the time, so I got Granny to look after it for a while. It's looking pretty buff these days. Mind if I join in? You're not worried I'll cramp your style, are you?
We ought not dismiss your savior, Oni King. What she lacks in experience, she makes up for with one of the sturdiest built and most awe-inspiring Onikabuto I've ever seen.
You make me an offer I can't refuse. Alright, time to send in the Oni King's right hand with Crimson Staff. I know my compadre will stay cool under pressure.
So it's me versus the Traveler? Alright! I haven't quite got the hang of this game yet, so apologies in advance for any blunders.
You travel ceiling glass is just an illusion. Yeah, this one's a little bigger than mine. Oh, okay, earthquake guy. Okay. I'm not trying to fit that. I'm right too. Alright, so there's a couple of mess ups on my end because sometimes I try to go back, he would put up the shield. That's what I gotta watch out for. It's very likely he might have either a bigger radius for the earthquake or he might do it more than once.
Been feeding that thing.
See? Your savior's Onikabuto is a force to be reckoned with. But just like last time, when my generals threw you a few curveballs, the mightiest blade cannot slay its foe except in the hands of a skilled swordmaster.
Wise words, Grandmaster. Oh, okay. Good thing my compadre kept it together.
Wow, what a blast! I could get into this whole beetle battling thing. This is so much fun. Thanks, everyone. I'm gonna stick around and play some more.
Alright, let's do it again then. This one's gonna be a little bit tougher. That's a lot of damage. Alright, number 4 then, okay.
No, this makes no sense. How did you do that? My reputation is destroyed! It's like a bean to the heart.
It was an honor doing battle with you, good sir.
What the? So polite.
So, been busy losing while we were away, Bullchucker?
I don't see it that way. Unless the bona fide Beetle Battle King is ready to give up now, he hasn't lost to me yet. In battle and in life, it's normal to hit setbacks every once in a while. But a setback only turns into a failure if you make the decision to stop trying.
Word. Heck yeah! I ain't about to admit defeat yet.
Still, there's nothing to be gained from constantly making excuses. Don't put all your energy into talking garbage. Spend it on fighting a little harder instead.
Oh, burn.
Oni King, this brand of enemy doesn't seem to be your area of expertise. I advise you send in another of your generals and observe the duel in detail. Watching others do battle is also a crucial part of a warrior's training. Some skills one learns by doing, others one learns through observation.
Good point, Grandmaster. And good timing, compadre. Oni King's right hand, I'm handing the fight over to you.
Ah! Finally, it's your turn! Make it count, Traveler.
So, I'm going head to head with the legendary Traveler. Guess I better look sharp.
Oh, okay, this is the one that's gonna be shooting freaking laser beams at me. Oh. I was red as David earlier. Alright. I know how to fight that one then.
Nicely done. You beat me. I'd go as far as to say that it's an honor to lose against the Traveler.
Ah, so that's how you do it. I never would have thought of that.
Yep, when you're up against a cunning enemy, you gotta get creative. When your tactics fail, you have to change your point of view. In our journeys far and wide, we often have to think on our feet. Clinging to old methods can never solve the problem, no matter how hard you try.
I think Shinobu said something like that once too. I guess there's something to it after all. But I'll mull it over some other time. Right now, my focus is on the task at hand. More beetle fighting!
I'll go over there in a second. Let me go to this person again. Well, I saw it coming. This enemy is not gonna fight me heads up, is it? You sure you zone me to death? This is Mortal Kombat?
Good to see everyone! How's it going? Having fun? Xiangling Guava! You finally made it! Well, Bullchucker's certainly having a blast.
The day has finally come! Woba-san, I've been training hard at the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp, and now I want to show you just how far I've come. And Crimson Staff, too. If my progress satisfies you, then please, teach me! Show me the way to communicate with Crimson Staff, Crystal Tornado, and all the shelled organisms of this world. Do that, and I swear, once I become the reigning champion of the beetle fighting world, I will build a mighty statue in your image at the Arataki Gang's beetle fighting headquarters.
They looks built different.
What the? Guoba-san got a brand new Oni Kabuto.
That does not look normal.
Ah, it appears to be not a typical Oni Kabuto shell, but one built of resilient wood. Is it wearing a suit of armor?
We told Granny all about your Oni Kabuto boot camp. It really piqued her interest when she heard that Guoba was getting a disciple. As it turned out, a friend of hers had made a whole bunch of gardening and landscaping machines to look after the silk flowers on the terrace. They're called bloom pruners.
The bloom pruner can transform into the shape of any creature to blend into its environment. Squirrels, butterflies, finches, you name it. And of course, Oni Kabuto too. So, Master gave Guoba a bloom pruner and got it to take the form of an Oni Kabuto so it can battle against you. That's pretty high-tech for a gardening appliance. Xiaoling's master is Madame Ping, so Madame Ping's friend... Aha! Of course!
No machine can compare to a real live Oni Kabuto warrior. Did Guoba-san pick a dumbed-down enemy on purpose so we can showcase all our awesome skills?
You may be wise to temper your optimism, Oni King. My beetle senses are failing to detect this Oni Kabuto's might. Or perhaps... it's too profound for me to fathom.
It's not even alive. There's nothing for you to sense. Anyway, Guoba-san may possess limitless power, but a warrior needs to be one with his weapon. The bond between Oni Kabuto and trainer is forged through blood, sweat, and tears, not wood, mesh, and gears. Crimson Staff and I are like glove and fist. Let's get this duel going. It's time for Guoba-san to witness my true potential once and for all.
You know, I just thought about something. Like, as much as Ito gets events like these, he hasn't had a banner in a while. There's a long list of stuff down there. He probably got everybody's abilities. Okay, he has a lot of health. Okay. Running out of stamina too fast. There we go.
Whoa, Bullchucker sure made short work of the bloom pruner.
I won! Victory is mine! With my trusty Crimson Staff, I have defeated the mighty Guoba-san! Alrighty then. The moment I've been waiting for.
Look at that little kid.
Guoba-san, if I have earned your recognition, I humbly ask you to teach me the ways of shelled organism communication. Huh? Guoba-san, you look pleased? But you just lost to me in battle. Does this mean you're proud of me for my swift progress? Oh, shucks. I don't know what to say. You're too kind, Guoba-san. Oh, you're just being modest. I know you were going easy on me.
It looks like Guoba's all warmed up now. The bloom pruner is ready to operate at full power.
Guoba, remember the plan? In this round, we want to increase the bloom pruner's power output from 0.1% to 1%, okay? Any higher and you'll risk knocking Ito's Oni Kabuto out cold. Okay, there it is. Paimon knew something was up.
As I feared, we have barely scratched the surface.
Wait, hold on a minute. 1/10 of 1%? As in 0.1%? As in 1/1000th? You've gotta be kidding me. All that was just 1/1000th of its top power?
Guoba's a little confused. You did say you wanted to train your Oni Kabuto to defeat Crystal Tornado, correct?
I thought it would go without saying given the size. The Bloom Pruner has to shift rocks the size of casserole dishes, so obviously it has to be pretty strong. Even then, Crystal Tornado is bigger still. It dwarfs me and Guoba, and it's even taller than you.
That's impossible! If we were talking, twice as strong as the last fight, I think I'd have a shot. 10 times as strong, and we're already looking at losing most, if not all, of the time. About 1,000 times stronger? Who am I kidding? It's hopeless.
When your tactics fail, you have to change your point of view. In our journeys far and wide, we often have to think on our feet.
Is that how Ito thinks of Paimon in this game?
Clinging to old methods can never solve the
like
problem,
an
no
old
matter
man.
how hard you try.
Of course, Guoba-san. This is what you've been trying to tell me all along. I gotta study mechanics. Then build a suit of armor for Crimson Staff that'll take his abilities to a whole new level. Or maybe, heck, I could build a bigger, stronger mechanical Oni Kabuto, piloted by Crimson Staff under my direction.
An Oni Kabuto piloting a mechanical Oni Kabuto? How do you expect to pull that off? Does that even still count as a Beetle battle?
Seeing the power of Bloom Pruner has made me realize something. There's a natural limit to Oni Kabuto's strength. People have tried to tell me this before. Shinobu, the Grandmaster, especially Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon. Admitting defeat is shameful, but not even trying to mix up your tactics one time? That's just plain stupid! Guoba-san has shown me a new path. Mechanically modified Oni Kabuto.
I swear to God, that's the next event Ito takes part in.
With this new technique in my arsenal, size will be no obstacle to me and my valiant Beetle warriors as we set out to beat Crystal Tornado once and for all.
Looks like Guoba's not too sure about all that.
Mechanics, huh? I'd have to get my master to see if her friend would be willing to help. She's the expert.
Did you say expert? Please, Guoba-san, Chef-sama, my savior, introduce me.
Thinking of becoming the second Arataki gang member to study in Liyue, are you, boss?
Shinobu, when'd you get back?
Time's up. We spent our last mora on these boat tickets, and if we don't get to the harbor pronto, they'll go to waste.
Give me a minute, okay? We're in the middle of an extremely important discussion here.
Yeah, I heard. I was actually very pleased to hear the suggestion of you doing some sort of studying coming out of your own mouth. I have some relevant experience, so I can write a little booklet to get you started. But unfortunately, studying in Liyue is very expensive. The Arataki gang's typical expenditures are a drop in the ocean by comparison. So, what do you intend to do about it?
It'll be fine. I'll work like a horse when I get back to Inazuma. I know what I'm getting into here, all right? I got it all planned out in my head. It's not like I've never gotten paid work before. As soon as I get earning, we'll all have cash for the burning. And don't think for 1 second I'll be abandoning you or the rest of the Arataki gang neither. I ain't the kind of head honcho that runs off to go study and leaves his gang behind. If we're gonna study, we do it as a team. Once I've got enough mora for everyone's tuition fees, the whole Arataki gang is coming to Liyue. We'll study together, learn some epic new skills together, and come out the other side as the stronger, smarter, invincible Arataki gang.
You're saying all of the right things. Who are you and what have you done with Boss?
Wow, Bullchucker! Those were some bold words! You better make sure you follow through.
Of course, I still need to iron out some deets in terms of what kind of work I can get and how much I can rake in per day, but yeah.
In that case, Oni King, I'll stay here in Leeway. Firstly, this will enable me to follow up with Chef-sama and discuss our study plans in detail. Secondly, now that word of the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp has begun to spread, I'll be able to scout for talented warriors and continue optimizing the Oni Kabuto training diet. Also, if the Oni King's right hand and sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon wish to continue battling, or analyze the battle so far, I'll be here to support them.
Awesome! Good thinking, Grandmaster. Okay, standard procedure applies. I'll let you Grandpops know what you're up to so we won't worry about you. Man, I am so pumped to see what you'll have for us next time I see you.
I do need to make one thing clear, though. I can't promise that we'll be able to talk an Adeptus into taking you on as students. Yanfei and I will do our best, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
The great master of whom you speak boasts a skill others can only dream of. Their pride and prestige don't faze us. The important thing is that I, on behalf of the Oni King and the Arataki gang, can find a way to show them we're serious and sincere in our quest to master the mechanical arts. So I'll need to do some research to find out what kind of gift we should offer if we're to be seen as worthy of learning the mysteries behind the manufacture of the bloom pruner.
Boss, we gotta leave right now or we're not gonna make it in time.
All right, I guess this is it.
Traveler, Paimon, Yanfei-senpai, Miss Xiangling, Guoba, you've all been a huge help to Boss with this Beetle Battle event. I really can't thank you enough. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude. I hope you can find some use for it in your future endeavors.
Wow, you got us a gift! Thanks, Shinobu. You're so thoughtful.
The time has come. Adios, compadre. See ya, sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Goodbye, Guoba-san and Chef-sama. And farewell, my savior. I'll be back real soon. I promise. We'll meet again.
La 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 la. Don't make promises you can't keep, Bullchucker. It's good to have ambitions, but don't let yourself get carried away in the heat of the moment. Do what Shinobu tells you. Be realistic about what you can achieve, and make sure you pace yourself. But of course, if everything works out, Paimon can't wait to see Crimson Staff driving a ginormous mechanical Oni Kabuto the next time we meet.
I thought there'd be a little more to that Geovish shop. I thought I was gonna do something else afterwards. I guess he's just still confused. All right. I need to find number. Yeah, over here. Okay. Last one. Back. Welcome back. Try to go forward and hit it. Oh yeah, stamina. Like, we're like in the opposite sides of the ring how far he's trying to do this. I'm trying to get close to him and fight him. He won't. Here we go. Like that with perfect guarding. It's a good thing I'm playing games that regard stuff like that. Alright. That's if the event actually, that's actually okay. I've already done these. Okay. What else did I do? Oh shoot, I have 8 hours to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do the let me do the bounties and requests real quick from Fontaine. I got the event done, so this puts me at okay, so 2,559 Primo Gems. All I have to do is just wait for the beginning of next month so I can get an additional 5 wishes on both banners. And then I pretty much have to just log in and do the daily commissions. And I should be all set. Oh yeah, also these guys too, but TCU will come another time. What's your BP50? Yeah, I accept them anyway. And besides, like, even though I am BP50, the reason why I do the requests and I do bounties and stuff is because of the Mora. You can never have enough of that, especially when you're leveling up characters' talents. Because again, we look at someone like, well, I mean, you've already built Dea, so you get the idea of how much it costs to level up talents. That's what I'm going to do for some of the other characters I have. No Geo, boat building characters, okay. Rainbow Roses, Clockwork Mecha, Clockwork Mecha. What the? Oh. I keep clicking on the wrong. Pretty sure it'd be easier for me to just teleport up there. But yeah, doing all the hardest difficulty, reputation stuff, and doing this and stuff, at a total gives you 150k more. And again, if you're building stuff, if you're spending a lot on artifacts, then you're going to need those. Because even though, you know, I'm a higher rank, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm like the richest person in this game when it comes to Mora. Am I even going the right direction? I am. The enemy's on the way though. It shouldn't be too hard. All it is just Geo. Like just tell me not to use it.
Cloud's high.
Hands where I can see them! There is no escape!
Wind strike.
Drop your weapons! You asked for it!
As one with wind and cloud.
Shine down! Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Let the show begin.
That was a low power.
One with nature.
Stop right there!
It comes.
Justice will prevail!
I got careless.
The wind knows me.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Treasure hoard is beginning whooped on. The last time I had trouble with treasure hoard was when my characters weren't built for Spell of the Abyss back in... I don't know, this is actually back when Kai was on one of the teams. It gives you an idea how long it's been.
Final warning! Shine down!
Let's dance.
One with nature.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Time to go. Into the wind.
Where'd the meat go? Okay.
Hands where I can see them! Drop your weapons!
The wind knows me.
Illusion shattered!
Oh, I gotta do 2 more of these. No Hydra. That's really not even gonna matter, but you know.
Gonna be epic!
I would take the opportunity to bring Dea, but I need a little bit of a damage boost. I know damage mitigation helps too, though, but I'm not planning on getting hit a lot. And I'm taking a guess. Is there a particular flower or a particular hypostasis that we haven't fought yet? Because I'm guarantee you that this particular area, this open area, is going to be a boss area.
Stop right there! Let's light it up! Off we go!
Oh, look, he's trying to walk towards. He's trying to walk towards that place.
Everybody stand! Final warning! Justice will...
Clouds hide. The birds call.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Hey. Hello. I trust you're having a good evening. Right now, since I just did the event, I'm pretty much getting the reputation stuff out of the way since this is last minute stuff. It's already at level 10 for Fontaine, but I could use the extra more. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, this one's mean Pyro. Okay. So I'm gonna have to take out Better than Chevros. I knew to switch them for though.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
Using Heater, and I'm gonna use Barbara.
Wish me luck.
So, is there anybody you are going for? Like going for, like, you know, trying to get either of these two characters in the next week or so, or you're going for the next one, which is going to include Cloud Retainer and Nahida, because it's also going to include the weapons as well. So, you know, in case you get the Primo Gems for it, it might be beneficial to your team. If I had extra, I would go for weapons too. Probably Nahida's weapon here, and then the weapon she currently has will go on Sucrose.
Hey!
Shine down!
I'll protect her.
Into the wind.
Roll, roll, roll! The Temple of Wisdom! This matrix...
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Ha!
Yes, those. I don't need to cook 20 dishes or force 20 items because I'm pretty much level 50 and it's going to be like that until 7 days from now. So again, these particular ones I don't need to do. Everything else though was necessary because they all are like they all build my characters in a specific way. So what I'm going to do is accept this last reward. I need to head to the teapot, accept those stuff. I also need to talk to them since I really haven't talked to any other people in the teapot. And then I need to build Raiden Shogun stuff so I can get 20 Primo Gems apiece. And again, every Primo Gem counts. Because from what I understand, the character is a pull-on character. Meaning, at the event that I do get her, then I would have to give her one of the free ones, which means the Dragon Spine Spear, or either that or I have to build something else. But I do know for a fact that I could probably give it to, like, I could probably give her this weapon or this one. It just depends on what is buffed when I'm leveling her up. Alright. Time to go to the teapot.
This route.
Okay.
If you ever...
I'm gonna talk to these guys and then I'm gonna build a thing for Shogun.
I'm here. I mean, everything here is really nice, and I'm used to it now, so there's no need to worry about me. Sorry, I'm just worried that if I say everything on my mind, I might cause unnecessary misunderstandings. Alright. Then in that case, I'll do as you ask. To tell you the truth, I'm actually a little homesick. Even though this place is really comfortable, and the environment here is flawless, I just can't seem to get used to life here. This is nobody's problem but my own, so please don't think I'm upset with you, or unsatisfied about anything in this place. I hope you can forgive me. I'm here. Please, go ahead. Thank you for remembering its name. To explain it, I'll need to tell you a really, really old story I once read in a picture book.
These days. Yeah, he's talking about Fremenai.
So once upon a time, in a faraway seaside town, there lived a black and white bird. Since birth, it spoke with a stutter, walked with a wobble, and was unable to fly, so it was always bullied by the other birds, until one day, greedy pirates stole a jewel-studded diadem from the underwater palace. In a flash, lightning and thunder engulfed the sea, and a tsunami rose from the depths, threatening to wipe out the entire town. The black and white bird tried to leap upwards, but it still couldn't fly. In its recklessness, it crashed against the mast and sank into the ocean alongside the wrecked ship. The seabirds flying overhead thought it would drown right then and there, but to their surprise, it began to swim like the swiftest of fish. It swam and swam until its strength finally gave out. It restored the diadem to its rightful place underwater, and immediately, the storms died down, and it was as if nothing bad had ever happened. As you've probably guessed by now, the bird in the story was named Pear. It was a penguin that came to town by accident. I've always admired the pear in the story, but after reading it, what struck me the most was its loneliness. So I decided to stick close and hug Pear, so we can keep each other warm. I'm here.
One more to go.
Could I trouble you to accompany me to a few places when you're free? I'd like to visit Le Pot Horlogerie, Bulmo Workshop, and the Vasari Passage. I'd like to take a look at their clockwork crafts, as well as the variety of small mechanisms they usually have to offer. I'm a regular of the shows, but whenever I pass by the other shops, I can't help but be curious. What lies hidden deep within those shops? what if there's something there that's both original and exquisitely designed? What I wouldn't give to be able to see everything for myself. If only... See, I'm not very good at dealing with people. And if I spend a lot of time gawking at the wares without paying a single coin, I'm sure the shopkeepers would get mad at me. So, if you could step in at that point and help me? Yeah, something like that. I know it might be awkward, but I'll pay you back, I swear. As long as it's something I can do. Thank you so much. I'm not dreaming, am I?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to somebody a little bit happier.
Hey, there you are! This sure is a mysterious place. I've taken a ton of photos, and boy do I have a list of questions for you. It's idyllic, and the lighting is perfect. You can take the most beautiful photos from literally any angle.
Give me a second. Okay.
And yet, we're currently inside your teapot, right? No, not really. I was just wondering, what happens if someone opens the lid and pours water in? How would that manifest in here? A flood? A storm? Would the water level start rising from beneath our feet? I'd love to record that as it happens. Would you mind heading outside for a second and pouring some water in?
I don't think Ryder's taking too kind of your idea over there, right? Charlotte is the only person who would think about a scenario like that.
Sure. Anything you want to know about in particular? Let's see. Oh, I know. I'll tell you about the time that Bedazzled caused a huge scandal. They once ran a special report which claimed that the production and promotion of Fanta was part of a sinister plot by the Fontaine Research Institute. Right? Anyway, they put forward a theory that long-term consumption of Fanta makes human teeth and bones incredibly fragile. It would end up destroying people's bodies to the point where they could no longer take care of themselves. Even walking and eating would be agonizingly difficult. Finally, people would be forced into relying on machines just to survive. And that's when the Fontaine Research Institute, who develops all kinds of mecha, would swoop in to save the day and turn a huge profit in the process. Most of my colleagues and I thought so too. As far as we're concerned, Bedazzled makes up things like this all the time, so we thought nothing of it. But it turned out that a whole bunch of people who already hated Fanta were completely convinced it was true. Well, either that or they saw it as a good opportunity to vent their grievances. Either way, after that article was published, the Maison Accord was inundated with complaint letters accusing Fanta of harming children. They claimed that Fanta doesn't just damage children's teeth, but also stunts their growth, discourages them from drinking plain water, and ruins their appetites. It all got so out of hand that Mr. Henry got pressured into doing a public interview with the Steambird, in which he stated that he would personally prove that Fanta was harmless. He declared that he would start drinking 3 cups of Fanta every day until he turned 60.
And how old is he now?
He also promised to publish the results of his monthly physical checkups in the Steambird to make them available for public scrutiny. It really is. We've been joking about it in the office ever since. He's never gonna live this one down. To his credit, though, Mr. Henry managed to turn the whole fiasco into a huge publicity stunt for Fanta. Their sales really rocketed for a while off the back of this. And for all of his big promises about publishing his monthly medical reports and drinking Fanta till he turned 60, well, a few months later, everyone had moved on and forgotten all about it. Hey, there you are! I've taken a ton of... Well, I'd like to take some photos for work, if that's all right with you.
You're just a workaholic. You get no free.
I'd love to do a story about that big
Do it out loud.
plump-talking
Say it
finch,
one
for
more time.
example. Now that would be an interesting read. Ah, so Tubby's its name. Don't worry, I'm a professional. I always make sure to get people's consent before publishing anything that's specifically about them. Speaking of consent, would you have any objections to the general public learning about this wondrous teapot of yours? Sure thing. If you're not comfortable with me reporting on it, I'll keep it out of the news. But could you at least tell me who made this teapot for you? An Adeptus? Wow. Maybe you could introduce me? I'm so fascinated by the Adepti. I'd love to learn more about them. I hear there's all sorts of rules and taboos you have to observe when you're seeking an Adeptus. Are you able to go over all that with me? Really? Oh, amazing! Well, that settles it. I'll put it in my schedule and come find you when I'm ready. No backing out, okay? I knew you were well connected, but wow, fraternizing with the Adepti, that's really incredible. Now that I've got a friend like you, I'll never need to worry about networking again. An exclusive interview with an Adeptus. What would a good title be? Investigating an Adeptus? No. It needs to sound more reverent. They'd probably have me thrown down the mountain for suggesting that. Journey to Jueyun. Oh, that's it! I think I'll go with Journey to Jueyun, Liyue's Pilgrim Trail.
Hello there. I was just thinking about finding a patch of grass to lie down if you don't need me for anything.
You're making excuses. You know how much grass there is over here? It's practically endless, man.
I quite like the environment. The temperature and humidity are both near perfect. It's a very fitting place for a leisurely vacation. You really are quite something to possess such a cozy and comfortable haven, but still be willing to venture out into the unknown. You speak with conviction. I can tell those matters are extremely important to you. It's not a bad thing to be committed to a goal. It can prevent you from losing your way in life. But don't let your convictions control you and lead you down a dangerous path, okay? After all, this wonderful place is still waiting for your return. Hello there. I was just... Sure. Got anything on your mind? Talking about the weather is usually a great way to get a conversation going, but it seems like the weather here is always the same.
What if we just talk about airline food? I carried it.
I see. So the keeper of this place is a teapot spirit. When I first arrived, I'd actually mistaken her for one of those large finchbill pets. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of which, I actually made a similar mistake when I was young. I once thought that melazines were the form that sea hares took when they hopped onto land. It wasn't until I read some books that I realized just how silly I was. You should know that according to laws and regulations, melazines are also recognized citizens of Fontaine. It is forbidden to view or treat them as pets or monsters. Good. That makes for one less legal trouble you may get yourself into. Although it'd be great to have more people working in the fortress, I've never been interested in instigating crime. It's my hope that people will use more legitimate channels to find work in the Fortress of Mirapede. There's no need to cause headaches for the upstanding ladies and gentlemen of the Pele Mermonia. Hello there. I was just thinking... I'd like to take a quick walk around here. Would you mind? Our combat abilities aside, I will definitely stay put if that's what you prefer. However, you've also gotten to know me a bit by now. It's true that I'm not accustomed to staying in an unfamiliar place for long. But this is your home. We don't have to worry about danger here, right? I'm curious, that's all. I just want to take a walk around this vast, miraculous place as if I were a tourist. Wait, really? So as long as you wish it, you can visit each of the 7 nations without ever having to step outside. Well, opportunities like that don't just come by every day. If you want something, you should try your best to fight for it. Wouldn't you agree? And I would be ever so grateful. Obviously, I'm also aware that there's no such thing as a free lunch. So, if you are ever in need of my help, don't let anything hold you back. We will always welcome you at the Fortress of Mirapede. Of course, with that said, I hope you won't be coming down because of a new sentence.
Alright, now I gotta talk to... I'm pretty sure the people on the inside, right? Yeah, I thought people were inside. This is the least place. I'm pretty sure I can fit the Raiden Shogun stuff here. Again, I'm not looking for the most beautiful place. I set stuff to build up the teapot currency while simultaneously getting people their prima gems. Alright, here. Okay, I'm missing a couple things. It's just that one, right? From the looks of it, it's just that one. And then in the future, I can cover his stuff. Alright, look at this one. Oh, you gotta hold it, okay. But yeah, I'll get that done after I talk to them in the inside. There's a few people in here, including Chevros.
This teapot is so much bigger on the inside. I can't believe it. Thank you for inviting me. It's always nice to broaden one's horizons.
Okay, she only has two.
I find it quite splendid. In my line of work, I'm lucky if I get to spend a couple months out of the whole year in such comfortable surroundings.
So Raiden Shogun's gonna have only two as well.
Okay. I can certainly think of several examples that fit that description. There was the time we had to dive into icy water during the dead of winter to intercept some smuggling ships. Or when we carried out a search for several days straight with no sleep to apprehend a fugitive. Luckily, the thick soles on our shoes make them extremely durable. Then, of course, there was also the time during the summer when we had to hide ourselves in some bushes along a river while we waited to ambush a suspect. There were a lot of poisonous insects around the river at that time of year, with bites that can be quite deadly. But most insect repellents have a pungent odor that, if used, would have exposed our position. So, all I could do was advise the members of my platoon to keep their skin covered and remain in position until the suspect emerged and began to trade the stolen goods for Mora. In the end, we managed to apprehend the suspect and the goods. But a few members of my platoon passed out from heat stroke and were indisposed for quite some time. That's a given. I am the captain, after all. But the number of guards that have been injured in the line of duty has been increasing lately. I should submit a request to the Maison Gardiennage to increase compensation for injured guards. This teapot is... Thank you for inviting me. It's always...
Alright, I'm gonna go for now.
Okay. Due to confidentiality restrictions, I can't share any specific case details with you. But I can tell you a story about the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Some time ago, we lost one of the members of our platoon. He sacrificed himself while carrying out an important mission. We arranged a funeral service for him and turned his effects over to his family. The only thing we held on to was the cap from his uniform. It's a tradition. If his son decided to join the guards in the future, we would pass the cap down to him. One day, after everything was settled, I saw a group of people gathered outside. I rushed over, thinking there was someone causing a disturbance. It was. The boy grabbed one of my guards by the sleeve and asked, "Have you seen my daddy?" He couldn't describe his father's appearance beyond the fact that he was big and tall. The boy just kept repeating his father's name over and over again, but there was little we could say in return. We all knew that his father had long been part of covert operations for the Special Patrol, and hadn't been able to return home after the birth of his son. But there was something we didn't know. In order to protect his cover, he hadn't left behind a single picture of himself, even for his family. The boy learned from his mother that his father was an honored guard of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. But I would imagine the word honor meant very little to him, and that it was even harder to comprehend that his father was never coming back. In the end, we escorted the boy home, and each member of my platoon left him with a gift. Some gave him a pocket watch, a pen, or a badge. I gave him a copy of my favorite novel. I hope that he can be like the hero in that novel one day, and have the resolve to follow his own path, whether he makes the choice to don his father's cap or follow a path that leads him away from the guards. My only wish is that he feels proud of his father all the same.
What am I missing one for? Was in the hidden here?
I'm here! Do you have a new story for me? I'll trade you some candied Ajalenok nuts. I made them myself.
I had her all this time, never talked to her?
I think the answer to that should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I guess so.
You should be able to tell from just one look. Like when you peer into a crystal clear lake and you can see all the fish swimming around inside of it. It's very pleasant here. Even the wind brushing against my toes feels soft and gentle. So of course, I love it. As much as a little bird might love exploring the forests and mountains, tasting new and different fruits every day, after a long flight, it still needs a place to land and rest its weary wings. So I'm glad that I can roost here in your nest for a while. Also, it's much more spacious here than a birdcage. Thank you for being so kind. I know that you mean it, and I'll make the most of my stay here. I'm here! Do you have a new story for... Sure, but instead of diving into story time, let's talk about what's troubling you. I'm sure you're wondering how I knew. Well, your troubles are written on your face, silly. I'm always observing you, you know. You look as miserable as a lavender melon that's been struck by lightning. Don't lose heart. Sometimes you might feel like you're the unluckiest person in the world. But for all you know, it could also just be an unfortunate situation.
Sounds like all my wishes and they got your game.
Well, to use an analogy, let's say a Rishbalin tiger ate a fox and got diarrhea.
Wait, what?
You can't know for sure whether the diarrhea was caused by eating the fox or by something inside the fox's stomach. Does that make sense? If Rishbalin tigers stopped eating foxes out of fear of diarrhea, they would have become extinct a long time ago. As long as the Rishbalin tiger keeps eating foxes, and as long as we keep living our lives, we'll experience all kinds of different situations. Fortunate, unfortunate, and everything in between. There, you're doing great. Have a head pat.
Wait, what? Not a head pat me.
I'm here. Do you have a new story for... May I start with a question? Do you really enjoy collecting things? Sometimes you remind me of a sumpter beast, plodding along with a big pack full of materials and supplies. I'm quite curious. You already have more than enough resources to last a lifetime. So why do you keep bringing everything with you? And why do you still collect even more during your travels?
Like, is this trying to ask me why I keep pulling for people or something? Is this getting myself aware or something?
Yes, I thought so. Okay, that makes sense. People do sometimes act irrationally for the sake of pursuing their interests. Like the forest boar that fell in love with a shroomkin. It changed its own form just to ensure the shroomkin's survival. In the end, they were eaten together as a delicacy. But that's besides the point. I don't feel one way or another about collecting, but since it's something you enjoy, I'd like to join in and see what it's like. I want to travel across this vast land with you, experience everything you enjoy, and do all the things you do. Will you indulge my curiosity? And will you accept my request? Then let's face the sun and pick the first mints we find.
We don't need to find any more mints. I've been doing a good job getting rid of the mints because I had so many. How many mints do I even have right now? Oh, yeah, there we go. Look, over 9,000 mints over here. Freaking ridiculous amount of mints.
Oh, it's you. Have you encountered some troubles with your studies? Don't be afraid to tell Madame Faruzan. I'll give you all the help you need. Of course, if you are in need of some life advice, feel free to consult with me as well. I'm quite comfortable. Don't worry, I'm not one of those crabby old geezers who love to find fault with everything. I'm usually quite easy to please. Don't you believe me? Maybe I do nitpick every once in a while, but only with disrespectful students. Or those nonsensical rules at the academia. You're very agreeable, and the scenery here is quite lovely, so why wouldn't I like it here? One does not run into youngsters as kind and considerate as yourself nowadays. Let's say, hypothetically, I were to discover some design flaws after staying here for some time. You wouldn't mind if I shared them with you, would you? Good, good. It seems like I'll be able to research my interests here to my heart's content after all. Even if it ends up taking me another 100 years. I will be quite content here. Oh, it's you. Of course. Speaking of chatting, I once contemplated this concept in quite some depth. So here's a question for you. What sets conversation apart from other means of information exchange, such as debate or passing on a message? That's exactly right. We want to learn more about the other person's feelings, opinions, and preferences. Plus, conversing also allows us to share interesting experiences, as well as ease each other's burdens. The exact topic of the conversation doesn't matter, as long as you're learning about the other person. Or, to put it another way, every topic matters. For those who care about you, even the most trivial things about your life will be worth their full attention. Alas, I regret to say in the past, I have never had the time to consider the value of conversation. Day after day, I shut myself in and toiled away at my research. Even when I was out traveling in foreign lands, I made sure to keep my letters to friends and family short and to the point. I never shared any bad news, only the good. I dare say that I earned the title of a scholar. Yet I cannot call myself a good daughter, student, or friend. Thank you for your concern. But there's no need to fret. You know me. I'm not one to dwell endlessly on the past. I say all this only as a reminder to myself. It's important to appreciate what you have in the here and now. To value and cherish the people you are close to. All right, there's no need to flatter me. If you agree with my sentiments, why don't you help me put them into practice? As someone I greatly value, you may occasionally find yourself in receipt of a letter from me. Or indeed I may approach directly for a face-to-face conversation. I just hope you won't find me to be excessively chatty. Oh, it's you.
I'm more than I got to talk to Raiden Shogun. Again, like I said, I got two options with it right now.
I'm trying to figure out what the kids from the desert might enjoy. Would they prefer snacks or toys? Do you have some time to help me out? A colleague of mine left the academia some time ago to return to the desert as a teacher. I received a missive from her the other day. She was wondering if I had any interest in paying her a visit, and perhaps holding a few literacy classes for the students. So you haven't forgotten about my wish. But the point of this trip would be to just help them learn to read some of the most commonly used words. We want to make reading easier for them so they can hopefully discover more interests on their own. If some of the seeds that we plant today can take root and grow into lofty trees in the future, that is enough for me. Whether they choose to pursue the same field of research as me is a separate matter. Ultimately, it will all depend on their natural aptitude. Look at you, trying to figure me out. Do I detect someone is getting a little too big for their boots? There's no point in teaching you a different kind of lesson right this moment, though. I still need time to finish some prep. Speaking of prep... drat. It just came back to me. A little while ago, the academia announced a new set of rules for off-site teaching. Every instructor must fill out a whole set of application forms. What a nuisance. Oh well, to the ends of the ruins with that. When they find me out, I'll just say my memory failed me. It's not like they can do anything to me. Planning for my visit to the desert is far more important. Why don't you come with me to pick out some gifts? Snacks and toys? Let's get a good selection of both.
Time to go.
Oh, it's you. Perhaps you have come just to see me? It's much livelier here than the plane of pure silence and tranquility that I'm used to. No, not at all. Clamor and commotion are strictly external.
Wait, what?
My inner being shall remain tranquil as ever.
Ghost kamikaze to protect records belong. That could either be a key, that could either be a key blast specific for him, or it might be a long super, but it gives out a lot of damage. Maybe AOE damage because you you touch it, because if it comes into proximity with you, you touch it, you just explode. Could be one of those things. Kind of like how Broly, whereas he throws something in a straight line, and then after he gets the move off, he's able to do massive muscle damage. It might be the same way with Gotenks' move, which is surprising that he's not in the game against Super Boo is.
Thank you for your concern.
Yes, I'm concerned. Thank you very much for doing that.
Will you remain here a while longer? With you by my side, though our mouths stay silent, my heart is at peace. Your companionship. This is one change that I shall not contest. Oh, it's perhaps you have come.
The Super Kamikaze Taylor, that'd probably be more. That would probably be more busted if you're level 4 and you kind of use that move before getting into a confrontation. As for Vegito, base Vegito, I don't know why he's not in the game either. Like, they put in Blue Gogeta and then base. Like, the base didn't even fight, he just deflected a couple of key blasts and ran and then charged up. The Super Saiyan form was the one that fought. So what it should have been is that rather than saying it should have been what was it? So for Gogeta, it should have been Super Saiyan and Blue. The Super Saiyan one should have had 2 outfits. It should have had his one from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. They could have the same moves though. That don't matter. Super Saiyan Blue would have moves of its own. As for Vegito, he should have been in the game from the get-go as well. Same thing with Gotenks. I just don't understand why they put in Beast Gohan before they put in Vegito. That makes no sense. They could add something like Split Finger Shot. Spirit Sword, I don't know how that would work.
Yes, I just so happen to have something that I would like to ask you. I would like to know how you make such delicious desserts. I mean, they certainly seem to suit my taste. I see. Though your attempts may fail, you will not give up future attempts because of a temporary setback. By making adjustments along the way, you compile what you've learned and accumulate experience. Is that what you mean? I see. I'll be sure to remember that. Now that I've benefited from your experience, I'll try to follow your instructions the next time I'm attempting optimizations on the Shogun. Haven't I already mentioned that I cannot make food? However, the advice you gave me will benefit you as well. With a more powerful Shogun, I will be able to protect you from a myriad of dangers even more effectively.
Yeah, she won't and can't cook. For those who don't know, you understand the context. Like even in here, she kind of says it.
Don't try and get me to cook. I can take care of anything else, but not that.
So if you go like Google and everything, you see a bunch of memes of her not being able to cook. That's me. Okay, I don't think I need anything from this particular. I don't think I need anything from this place. She's lazy. She hasn't cooked for quite some time. So I've gotten just about everything. The exception of this stuff. Yeah, that seems to be the case, I guess. Alright, but this stuff, like, I'll do that off stream. Again, like, all I gotta do is just buy the stuff. It's not that difficult. I just want people to see me go back and forth and stuff.
Follow the wind.
Okay. I'll probably, with the 20 gems I have, do one more domain attempt. Then I'll probably call it a stream. I've done what I needed to do. The main focus was the event. I've already did the event like a while ago, and I actually did everything in one shot. It just took a matter of I knew I couldn't rush in each and every fight. Some of the games I had to play the patient game and play ranged. Kind of just reflect the stuff back at them. The only thing was, with that particular thing, was like you have to manage your stamina right, because some of the stuff you can't get. Like some of them I think are actually gonna hit you. But yeah, I have to do this one so I can get something good for either Nahida, or I can get something good for Cloud Retainer when she comes out. And I forgot to switch people. I forgot to switch to Chevrolet, but that's not going to be too big an issue. Nahida's probably more beneficial for this part.
Illusion shattered.
Sharing my knowledge. I see everything.
Shine down.
As one with wind and cloud.
Torn to oblivion. There is no Now you shall perish. Shine down.
No, I don't like that one very much. Okay. Alright. I've done everything I needed to do for this particular stream. Again, I've done the reputation stuff for 150k more, and I will probably do that tomorrow as well, since it's going to be Monday tomorrow and everything's going to reset, boss-wise and with some other stuff, like the reputation stuff. I've done the event, so I don't need to worry about that. I just don't know. Actually, one second. Let me check notices real quick. You might see a blue screen on your thing, but there's something I need to check. Because usually around the last week is when they do double talents or double more and stuff. So let me see what that is. 122. Oh, never mind. Tomorrow will be the start of the Marvelous Merchandise event. You know, when you open up the elemental boxes and get gifts out of it, you get Primo Gems and talent stuff and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I'll be logging in every day for those so I can get that. I'll probably have to draw other people's worlds as well to benefit greatly stuff like that. I asked him to check where I need the most. based on how things have been going, it's either going to be the purple books for my characters, level them up, or it's going to be talent books. Well, that's pretty much it for the Genshin stream. At the event, I do stream later on today. It's either going to be Tekken 2 again, doing 2 more playthroughs. It might be Breakers, or it could be both. But the Genshin's done. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to click on the Discord link. You can post whatever you want there, just as long as you're respectful. I don't care what you post in there. I don't care what you say in there. Because again, my freedom of speech, I know that other sites like YouTube and some other stuff likes to censor stuff like that, and PlayStation's been sensitive as well. So that's why I made a Discord. Just also make sure that things go in the right folders. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.